Welcome to podcast episode 67, Deborah Boland on looking fabulous after 40. Deborah Boland of Fabulous After 40 is a certified image consultant and a beauty and style expert for mature women who want to tweak their chic. She believes that life is too short to be frumpy and provides her readers with fashion advice, how-to style tips, shopping suggestions, and plenty of inspiration to look and feel fabulous. Deborah was an award-winning lifestyle TV producer on a mission to help women 40 and up look stylish and feel confident, because she knows when you look good, you feel good, and life is so much more fun. In this episode, we discuss some of the hot spring trends, style challenges women over 40 face, what it means to be age amazing, fashion mistakes women over 40 are making and how you can avoid them, and so much more. But first, is your style stuck in a rut? If you're tired of wearing the same baggy, frumpy clothes, then what you need is a little help to jumpstart your style. Drab to Fab is my brand new program created for the busy woman just like you who needs a wardrobe win. If you're tired of feeling defeated every time you set foot in your closet, then I have just the thing. Drab to Fab isn't about helping you create a whole new wardrobe or a long, drawn-out strategy. I'm not here to teach you that just yet. What you need is a little style success and fast. I want you to feel fabulous and start your day looking put together and feeling confident. In Drab to Fab, I share with you the strategies that have worked for thousands of women just like you to bust out of a rut and feel like themselves again. Stop stressing about clothes that aren't even right for you. Discover what it feels like to get dressed in just a few minutes every day and make your morning a time you look forward to. For less than $50, get ready to look forward to getting dressed every single morning. Click the link in the show notes to sign up for Drab to Fab today and get ready to take your wardrobe from drabulous to fabulous. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of StyleFinder Boutique, and creator of the StyleFinder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, friends, and welcome back. Now, I have Deborah Boland here with me, and I cannot wait to dive into this conversation with a fellow style enthusiast. Deborah, I didn't realize that you actually are a certified image consultant.
Yeah, I am with the ICI, the Association of Image Consultants International. I have been for, many years, probably over 15 years. I started out as a television producer many years ago, back in my 20s. And one of the areas I used to produce was I used to do all the fashion segments. And at that time, they didn't really have anyone who was on air doing fashion. And I had an interest. I was a fashionista. So I started doing the on-air segments as well. And then just other networks hired me and I started, doing on-air fashion expert stuff. So I thought, I better take some classes, and I did, and then I ended up becoming certified. Did that for kind of in between my TV career, and then once I decided I'd had enough of TV when I had my kids, I got onto the internet and thought, hey, let's bring all that fashion advice to the internet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I love what you do. I love following you, and I think you've just done such a fantastic job with your newsletter and with everything that you do. So let's talk about, I know your focus is really women 40 and up.
It is.
And I think that, it's interesting. I've noticed, certainly as I've turned 40 and 50 and, the older you get, it's like there are such different challenges at every age and phase. Why do you think fashion becomes such a big challenge for women over 40?
Oh, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. And I experienced it myself. I started my blog when I was 46 and, quite a few years ago. I'm way over 40 now. But when I started it, it was because I had always been a fashionista my whole life. I loved clothes. I loved dressing up. And I just got lost. I mean, I had 3 kids and I didn't know what to wear. My body was changing. It was getting a little rounder, a little softer. My lifestyle had changed. I'd gone from the corporate world to working, from home or having my kids. There were no role models. There were no stores. It was really, really frustrating. So I decided right then and there, I can either give up and all the joy would be gone from my life because I really enjoyed fashion, or I could, change that and I could try to find solutions for women. So that's what I did.
Absolutely. Well, I feel like you and I have had sort of a similar path at some point, because I was 40 when I became a style coach, and I had just had my second child and my body was changing. And I know I hit that wall. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I wear? And, putting on the makeup with a baby in one arm and your mascara in the other. And anyway, but I know so many women relate. But I think along with just the challenges comes a lot of confusion. What are some of the biggest mistakes you see women over 40 making when it comes to their style and getting dressed?
Well, I think we're feeling a lot more self-conscious after 40, 50, 60 about all these things, especially our bodies. And I think one of the biggest mistakes, and you probably see it too, is color. That a lot of women kind of hide behind color. They fall into that, what I call abundant black syndrome, where, there's nothing wrong with black and we all love black and it's very chic and it makes us look great, but you can kind of fall into a trap of wearing too much black. It's almost like psychologically, you don't really want to be seen. You just want to kind of go into the background and so forth. And that, that can really make you look drab and, quite frumpy. So I always try to encourage women to wear more color. And by that, I don't mean you have to wear bright, neon colors, just any color, be it a soft color or a brighter color, but just bring some more color to your face. Our hair is fading, our skin is fading, and a little bit of color just brings so much life. So that's probably the number one thing that I see. The other thing I see is that women, again, because they feel self-conscious about their bodies, they tend to slip into this rut of wearing bigger, baggier clothing. Mm-hmm. And that's okay if it's purposeful and, you're wearing an oversized sweater and you're scrunching it up and you're putting it over a cute pair of leggings. But if you're wearing baggy, oversized clothing because you're trying to hide your body, that's not a good thing, because it's only going to make you look bigger. Instead of hiding your body, you're actually going to look bigger. So what you want to do is wear clothes that are your size, that do fit you properly, that skim your body, not are tight, but that show your shape. Because when you show your shape and you show that you have a waist, it's more youthful and more flattering. So those are the 2 biggest mistakes. Of course, there's the trendy thing too, where you can go a little too crazy on the trends. You don't want to be too classic to be boring, but then you don't want to be too trendy where you're trying every trend that that's in your daughter's closet, because then, it's just too much. It's going overboard. It looks desperate.
Right. And I think when they get to that point and they are trying to be too trendy and they look desperate, they feel desperate. And it just undermines their confidence even further.
Right. And another way they look desperate is when they're just trying to dress too sexy. Maybe they're missing the male gaze a little bit, they're not getting as many compliments and so forth. And they go a little crazy with the dressing. And there's nothing wrong with looking sexy, but you want to do it in a tasteful, more mysterious way. And a lot of women will kind of think, more is better, when it's the opposite way. If you're wearing a low cut top, then maybe you want your skirt to be a little bit longer, to your knee or just below your knee. You don't want to wear a mini skirt and a deep, V-neck top like you might have done in your 20s, There's a lot of cutout sweaters right now that are popular. That's a great way to look sexy. Just a little touch. So just all you need is a little touch of sexy to look mysterious and also very classy over 40, 50, and 60.
There you go. I love it. So easy. Now, one of our favorite, I don't know if you know, I have a boutique in Raleigh, and
yes, I heard that.
One of our favorite styles is the cold shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when I first started carrying that, I think it was with the Claris and Woo line, my sales rep jokingly said, the shoulders are the last to go. And I thought, I love that. That's so fabulous.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're very popular. Cold shoulder, off the shoulder. Now the one shoulder is very hot for spring. Also, the keyhole necklines are quite popular. So all these little, it's just like a subtle way to show a little bit of sexiness. I mean, we're not over the hill. We still are vibrant and sexy, but you just don't want to go crazy on it because we've all seen that where you just look desperate. Like
it's just not flattering. It's not empowering.
It's not empowering. No.
Yeah, it just undermines.
Yeah.
So spring trends, you've kind of touched on those a little bit. And we talked about color. No, one trend I've been reading about, dopamine dressing.
Dopamine dressing. What, bright colors you mean?
Bright colors, yes. Things that give you that, like you and I are both doing it today.
Right.
Give you that hit, that energetic boost.
I think that's because, we've been at home and we've been in loungewear and it's been kind of schlumpy and masculine and duller, softer, quieter colors, cozy colors. And I think now there's a real explosion of femininity and women wanting to dress up and wear bright colors and look gorgeous. And I think that's what that's all about. Now, I do find, I don't know about you, but you have to be careful with these colors because some of them are just so high contrast that especially against aging skin, it can really, it can just be a little bit too much. It can really almost wash you out or be just too stark of a contrast where it's not flattering. I call these colors, I wonder if I've got one around, here we are, highlighter colors, you see? Like the bright highlighter, they're in blue and green and yellow. They're just so almost kindergarten bright.
Neon.
They're almost neon. They're almost neon. So those are really, and maybe you want to do that more in your sportswear, in your athletic wear, when you're going to the gym or something, or if you do wear it just like a little touch here or there, maybe an accessory. But head to toe in that, it's pretty difficult for anybody to wear, let alone 40, 50 or 60.
Yeah, especially around your face. I think those colors can really just be a harsh contrast.
They really grab and they really... It's more like the color is wearing you instead of you're wearing the color. And you never want that. You never want to walk in a room and the color is the first thing people see. You want people to see you and say, wow, she looks great, instead of like, wow, that is a bright color.
Absolutely. I always tell my clients, if you put on an accessory or if you put on a print or if you put on something and people are going to see that first, just don't go there, because then it becomes about what you're wearing and you are hidden. Right.
Yeah. It's overpowering your personality.
Yeah. And that could be true with makeup. I know I've seen, some women, in fact, I told someone that I met sometime years ago, I had someone apply for a job to work with us. She was beautiful. She was talented. She could sell like crazy. She was a wonderful, she just had a great sense of style. But when it came to her makeup, it just was way overdone. And I really wanted this woman on our team. It did not work out for a couple of different reasons, but I really wanted this woman on our team. But I told her, I said, I can't, I have to be honest with you and tell you you're gorgeous. And I want to work with you. I think you're amazing. But and the way I phrased it was, I see your makeup before I see you.
Right. Well, I think that's another, problem, that another error that women make as they get older, because you tend to think, well, your makeup and that doesn't really change much over the years, but it actually does. And especially since, makeup trends change the way you do your eyes and lips and, even your eyebrows, the shape of your eyebrows, the thickness of your eyebrows, that all comes in and out of style. So it's important to look at all that kind of stuff. Plus, as I mentioned, your skin and your hair fades out a little bit, and maybe the brighter colors that you wore and looked great on you when you were younger, if you're still wearing them when you're more mature, maybe there's a little bit too overpowering. So it's always good to go into the department store and have an appointment with a makeup woman every so often, or maybe once a year, and just get a little refresher, even if it's just a slight little change. Look, because that's all part of, you can have the most current clothing You could have like the latest in style, but if your hair and your makeup are dated, you're going to look dated. It doesn't matter what you spend on clothes.
Deborah, what are some of the tweaks that you've made to your own makeup and skincare routine in the past few years?
Well, as far as skincare routine goes, I have always been a huge skincare enthusiast. I mean, ever since I was 13 years old, I have taken very good care of my skin. My mother always drilled that into me, and I was blessed with good skin, and I have been so faithful to that. I've never, honest to God, I have never, ever in my life gone to bed with my makeup on. No matter how tired I am, I get the washcloth and I do it. It's almost like I have this streak going I won't break. But I think, honestly, I think that has helped a lot too, to keep my complexion nice and clear.
Well, you do have amazing skin.
Oh, thank you. I now I'm into the retinols and the vitamin C, and I'm reading up about everything that's done. So that's one change I've made. I was more concerned about just keeping my skin nice and clear and clean, but definitely in the last 15 at least years, I've been, doing a lot of retinols and vitamin C, and I've tried the microcurrent. What is it? Not microcurrent. The microneedling. Collagen.
Yes.
I've tried that as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to read and keep up with all these. There's amazing dermatological advances and procedures that they're doing to keep your skin healthy. So those are some of the changes I've made. As far as fashion, let's see. I don't know if I've made a lot of changes. I've always been very conscious of the colors that look good on me. I'm a real stickler for that. Although I know some people, they're kind of like, oh, it doesn't matter. I think it makes a big difference.
Oh, it absolutely matters.
I think it totally makes a huge difference. To not only just looking good, but to looking less tired and fresher, which also makes you look more youthful.
Yes.
I would say I probably definitely have gotten away from high heels.
For sure.
Unfortunately, but not really unfortunately. There's a lot of gorgeous flat shoes and cute sneakers, and I don't miss my heels too much, and I wear them sometimes if I'm going to a wedding or something. But definitely, I was laughing with a girlfriend how we used to run around the mall in high heels for 3 hours and think nothing of it, and now the thought of doing that, it's like, no, I'll wear my cute sneakers.
Yes. I'll do a platform or a wedge, but heels, no.
Right.
I'm tall. You're fairly tall too, aren't you?
5'7", yeah.
Okay. I'm about 5'10", and so I've never really been a heels girl. And I will say that I think this is a great time to not wear heels because there are so many great options out there.
Right.
For platforms or wedges or kitten heels or just, some alternative to that.
Well, it was a challenge in my 40s because I had always been, had a career, and it was I was in the corporate world and TV, and we always wore suits back in the 80s and high heels and then 90s. And then when I had my children later in life and I was at home, and it was really hard to adjust to wearing casual clothes. Because I used to dress up and now I had to wear casual clothes, but kind of I wanted to look nice. So that was a big change. And I think a lot of women go through that in their 40s. They're used to having the career. Now they're working from home, or they're semi-retired, or they're traveling a lot, and they have a whole different wardrobe they need to buy. But maybe they're still attracted to those old things, and they're buying that, and it's sitting in their closet, and they're wasting space, and they're not wearing the clothes.
Yes.
So that is another big adjustment. I think the other big adjustment, and tell me if you found this, is somehow we lose our compass. We're in our 40s, and it's all of a sudden, okay, does that look good on me? I used to know what looked good on me.
Yes.
Now I'm not sure what looks good. Like what? I don't know what happens, but somehow we lose our compass, and it is tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. And, I've been a style coach for about 14 years, and we've had a boutique for about 7. And I have women come in there and just throw their hands up and they say, fix me, I'm lost. Right. But I think, I think it's a multitude of factors. Our bodies are changing, our skin is changing, our hair is changing, our lifestyle is changing, our kids are growing up. Maybe we're taking care of aging parents, or we're still taking care of grandkids or kids. And we, a lot of women have put themselves last on their list.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And I do find that women over 40 also want to experiment more. They've had to wear the corporate suit, or they've had to wear the mummy outfit because they're at home. And now the kids are grown up and gone, and they may have changed careers, or maybe they don't have a career now. Mm-hmm. And they think, I want to experiment. It's almost like going back to the teen years. I want to be creative. I want to dress more creatively than I used to. And that's kind of exciting because you get to play a little bit. And we see a lot of bloggers doing this, playing with different styles. Thank goodness for all the 40 and 50 plus bloggers now, because before they didn't exist, and we had no one to look to kind of get inspiration and ideas. There was no one in the media. So now that is booming. There are so many 40, 50, 60 plus, even 70 plus influencers, bloggers out there. And it's really exciting to see them experimenting and playing and get inspiration.
Absolutely. I actually was a blogger for a little while. When I had right after I had my second child, when I was about 39, I started beauty and style blogging because there weren't a lot of beauty and style bloggers that I could relate to. And I would get online and, there were plenty of 20 somethings and even some 30 somethings, but being on the cusp of 40, I'm like, does that still work for me? Right. How can I translate that? My body doesn't do that. I can't do crop tops. I'm breastfeeding, and just, all the different factors. But, I know one thing you talk about now is ageless dressing, and tell us more about age-mazing. What does that mean to you?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, ageless dressing, that's what everyone's talking about, that, style has no age. You don't pick up an item and say, that's for a 20-year-old or that's for a 30-year-old. I know Bazaar used to do that. I don't know if they still do, but they used to say dressing for 30, 40, 50. And I used to just laugh because I think that's silly. There's no age on clothing. So there's no age. It's more about your personality. It's more about your lifestyle. It's more about your body shape. Those are the things that are going to determine whether something looks great on you or not, and you have to love it, because when you love something, you feel confident. Age-mazing, that's just basically, I want to look as good as I can for the age I am, no matter what age I am. And I call that, I want to look age-amazing. So I help women tweak their chic, because I think after 40, you just need to it's not like you need to totally reinvent yourself. You know who you are, you know what you like, but you just have to make some little tweaks to go with that, softer, rounder body, or, that your color, you're fading out a little bit in your colors and so forth. Maybe your lifestyle's changed a bit. So just want to tweak your chic and look age-amazing. And that can mean different things to different people, which I've found. Some women, they don't feel they look age-amazing unless they're totally natural and they go gray and so forth. And that's fine. They can look fantastic. Some women, that's not for them. They want to keep coloring their hair, or they want to experiment with new shades, or, even playful shades like pink or something, whatever. I mean, I think the biggest thing about this is that we cannot be judgmental. Everybody feels good dressing a different way. And you just have to find your way of dressing that makes you feel confident and joyous about life. And that's the key, that's the key. It's not that serious. It's fashion.
Absolutely. And fashion's meant to be fun. It's meant to be an expression of how you feel that day, how you want to show up, of who you are. So,
and you don't have to be so serious and follow every trend. You're just playing. You're looking at the trends for spring or whatever, and you're just selecting, trying. And the good thing about fashion is you'll always find one if you look hard enough to your liking. So, for example, if crochet is in, you can find everything from like a pure crocheted maxi dress to a cute little blouse with a little crochet collar. Depending on how much you want to take it, there's a different vibe, but there's the trend. So to never be freaked out about a trend when you see it. Like I find some women are like, oh, I can't wear that. I can't wear that. And I'm like, well, hold on a sec here. Hold on. Do you like it? Yeah, I like it, but I could never wear it. I'm like, you could. It's just, you don't have to wear it that way. We're going to find you something that has a little bit of that trend, but that is more in line with who you are and the way you live. And
Yes.
you will find it.
Yes. I always encourage my clients to, instead of saying, I can't wear that, ask themselves, how can I wear this?
That's very good. Yes.
So, because I think even if you wouldn't wear it, maybe you could use it as a handbag, or it could be a detail in a scarf, or something, something simple, something understated. It doesn't have to be full-blown crochet dress.
Right. Exactly. And that does happen to be a trend this spring too, the crochet. Yes. It's everything from grandma's crochet to almost like these big fisherman nets that people are wearing, and it's wild. I saw there was, you remember way back in the 70s, we had these crocheted, grandma used to make them like ponchos and vests. Well, that kind of, I saw one of those that somebody was wearing. I thought, oh my God, I could probably go down to my basement and find that. But anyhow, it was a tank top made out of these crocheted, brightly colored squares. So it's just kind of funny to see fashion repeating itself like that. So that's one trend, or the big fisherman knits, which can be, some young gal might just wear it with her bra underneath or something, but we've got a cami underneath at our age or something. So it's just like a little tweak. Or maybe you don't wear, it head to toe, like you said, you just wear it as an accessory.
Right. What are some of the other spring trends that you've seen that you're excited about?
The big one I've seen right now, because they're slowly rolling out, are the big oversized jackets.
Yes.
You've seen those? The big oversized jackets. And they're wearing it with something very fitted underneath. So a very fitted top. I'm also seeing a lot of these, they almost look like bathing suit tops, but short tops. They could be crocheted. Mm-hmm. Remember Kay Holmes wore it a couple of years ago. She wore that kind of crocheted little, look like a bathing suit top over a crocheted sweater. So yeah, that's a big trend, to wear a jacket with something fitted underneath, either a fitted top, or I don't know how we would wear it, but the younger girls are wearing it with their midriff showing. Right. That's very popular. So yeah, definitely that would be on my list. I was in Zara the other day and they had some bright ones in red, blue, black, but they were pushed up here, but oversized. So they were kind of cute, but always, as you know, when it's oversized, you want to wear fitted bottoms as well. You don't want to wear big chunky pants with an oversized blazer, because you're going to look big and chunky. You want to wear narrow pants and a fitted top. So that's a trend. Your shoes, there's a lot of interesting shoes coming out.
Yes.
The lug sole has been very popular, and now we're seeing a lot of lug sole type chunky big sandals. We're actually seeing two things. We're either seeing the really big chunky lug sole sandals, or we're seeing ultra feminine shoes, and some of these are just stunning. I don't know if you've seen them, but things like extra pointy toe shoes with crystal bows on them, bows with all these crystals on the bows, like just absolutely pieces of art. So it's kind of one or the other this spring. It's either funky or super feminine. And the heels, they've got the wildest heels on shoes this spring. They've got, see-through heels. They've got heels that look like nails. They've got heels that look like, I even saw one that looked like a nail polish bottle. Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they've got all kinds of heels. And, and then you mentioned wedges. Wedges are back in for spring.
I love wedges. Wedges are just, I think wedges are just so good.
Yeah. You get the height, but they're comfortable.
Yes, for sure. Now, let's talk about crop tops for a second.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out. Have you?
Oh no, but I will say that is something I'm not ever going to rock. That is just not my jam.
Don't say that. You never know, because I was just thinking as you were saying that, okay, what about a pair of high-waisted flowy dress pants? Because the high-waisted pants are in, if they came up here. And then, I guess it depends how long you are here. I'm pretty short, but that's only that much showing. It might look kind of cute with a big oversized jacket, the little top, and then the high-waisted pants. It might
maybe if there were not any skin showing. That is one area of my body that I don't really like to show off.
It's going to be a tough one for our age group to pull off. So that's an example where we might just wear a little fitted top, cropped fitted top with high waist pants and an oversized jacket. And the younger gals might wear the bra top type of thing. So that's a good example.
I have seen bra tops being popular for spring.
Also with cardigans. And the shrug cardigans are in. The grandpa cardigans that, everyone was wearing, the big kind of oversized, schlumpy kind of grandpa cardigans. I mean, they're around, but now the shrug cardigan is in. Very more fitted, almost has a retro feel to it.
Right. How do you feel about the bra tops for our demographic?
Oh, I don't. Like I said, I can't see me wearing it, but I'm not going to say never, because there are, as I said, there are some gals who could rock it with a big oversized jacket and high waist pants. I mean, you might just have this little bit here showing. I mean, to each his own. You can't, there's, but in general, it's going to be pretty hard for most women to wear.
Yeah, I agree. It's interesting. At the boutique, I work with several women who are in their late 20s, 30s, almost 40. And it's so fascinating because sometimes, my perspective on things, I'm like, oh, I'd pair this with this. And they have a completely different perspective. And so we have talked about, maybe doing some videos showing here's how you style it in your 50s and here's how you style it in your 30s. But I think what you said is true. It's less about an age and it's more about what's right for you right now.
Yeah. What's right for you? Well, the weird thing is, because it is hyper feminine this spring, you're getting a lot of things that I'm thinking, well, I definitely won't be wearing that. Cat suits. Have you seen those? These cat suits, like a tight jumpsuit, I guess, not really a jumpsuit. It's a cat suit. It's form fitting. Kim Kardashian. I'll pass on that.
Yeah, no thanks.
There was another one. What the heck was it? Cat suits and the bra tops. Oh, the minis, the mini, micro mini skirts. I can't really see those either, although even the mini skirts that they're showing are more ladylike. They're showing them with jackets and so forth. I have, honestly, I have seen some bloggers over 50 wearing them already. To each his own. It's not really my kind of vibe, but whatever.
Right. Well, if you've got the legs, if you've got the body. Try
it. But I think the things that are more for our age group would be like a little bit of crochet, tons of fringes in, like lots of fringe, not just a little, lots
fringe has been around for a while.
It has been, but now it's really full-blown fringe, like a whole full-blown flappers kind of dress. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, I've got a note here. Gingham. They I don't know about this one. Gingham, they say, is really in. Not your picnic kind of gingham. The kind of gingham they're doing with sequins. They're doing gingham with these big jackets. They're doing in gingham sets, like a top with pants. They're doing big gingham, really tiny gingham. It'll be interesting. I'm not going to turn my nose up at it yet, because even though I think of it as kind of a junior look, I did see a couple that look kind of sophisticated in the very, very tiny black and white gingham. So I'm going to look around. I'm going to keep my eyes open, and I'm going to see, and I might find something or with some kind of gingham detail on it that would be cute.
Maybe some gingham earrings or gingham bracelet.
Yeah, right. You just have to keep your eyes open. And I think what happens is the trend comes out and people freak and say, oh, I can't wear that. But then as the season goes on, they bring out more wearable versions of it.
Yes.
Sometimes you find something that works.
Now, we saw so much.
Wear it. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you don't like it, don't wear it.
Absolutely.
I
tell my clients, if you see something that you're intrigued by, and you're like, ask yourself, how could I wear it?
Right.
And play with it. And if it feels right, you'll know it.
Yes.
But if it doesn't, you'll know it too. So
yeah. Although I must say, sometimes it's good to, if you're not sure, take it home and live with it for a week, because you might think at the store, there's no way.
Yeah.
But I really like it, but there's no way. And then you take it home and then you go, you know what? I think I was just kind of stuck in this old mindset, and everyone's I'm showing it to is thinking it's looking good on me. So maybe I should just keep this. Sometimes
Yes.
that happens, you can just get into a bit of a rut. So it's a
Absolutely.
fine line. I find the best thing is just to try on a ton of clothes. Just like you must find this at your store. Just go into the dressing room. Don't take a couple of items. Take 20 items. Try them on. And you always
Yes.
get a few surprises of things that you didn't think you could wear that actually look really good on you.
Yes. Yeah. When women come in, what I found is when women, I think this is probably one of the biggest challenges I've seen is when women go shopping, they'll gingerly pick out, two or three things, and then they'll go in the fitting room and they won't fit or they won't work, and they'll leave feeling deflated and didn't fit me. I'm too fat, and go down the rabbit hole. But what we do at StyleFinder is we really like, if I'm shopping with a client, I'm like, girl, you're going to be ready to try on some clothes, because I pull a lot of stuff, and sometimes people look at the rack I've pulled and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, no, you don't just start with the few.
Yeah.
But my philosophy is that I totally agree. You have to try on a lot of different things, because you might see something in the window, or you might see something on the dress form, but that cut's not right for you, or that color's not right for you. And then you can figure out, well, what's going to work, and is there something better? But it's a process.
And even to confirm that it doesn't look good on you. If you think it's not going to look good on you, just to try it on and confirm that doesn't suit me, that doesn't flatter me. So I know to avoid that. Like I noticed Banana Republic has got a lot of these big, really baggy kind of cargo pants in right now. And, I thought those aren't going to look good on me because I'm pretty curvy, and I put them on and they don't suit me. I suit more fitted, tailored clothing, but it was just interesting. I just want to see, I'm just curious, and I think that's the thing with fashion. You have to be just curious, and you have to be willing to just try on things, because you're not going to learn. It's a learning process. Finding your style is a learning process. And the only way you're going to learn is by trying it on. And what's the worst that can happen? You can say, that doesn't look good on me, but you're going to learn something.
Yes, absolutely. It's been one thing that I have noticed is that, trends change all the time. And I know that some of the trends for those in their 20s and 30s are very, very different from us in our 40s, 50s, 60s. But it's interesting because some of the comments I've gotten, maybe on TikTok, around some things that I've been teaching, some things like how to make your hips look slimmer, or a lot of the comments are just wear whatever you want to. Who cares? And what's your take on that?
Oh, I'm as frustrated as you. Because of course, you want to wear something that makes you feel good. I mean, that's a given, right? You're not going to wear something that doesn't make you feel good. But and honestly, you can wear whatever you like. I am not your judge and jury. Like, you wear what you like. You wear what makes you happy. But if you are looking for help and you want advice and some help, it makes sense that you have to take into consideration your body shape, your lifestyle, and your personality. And when you have all those three things, you got it nailed. So for the people that say, "Oh, just wear whatever you like and you'll look fabulous," well, maybe
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. But no one's going to criticize you because everyone's happy that you're happy. So yeah, it's a fine line. I think the world's become very, very sensitive about that, and they find that you're shaming them by suggesting they wear something that suits their body type, when you're not saying that at all. You're just saying, for your most flattering look, it's not that you won't look good, but if you want to look your most flattering, if you want to look your best, the best you can look, you want to go with your body shape. I'm trying to think of something we could compare that to.
Yeah.
Because it is an annoying thing that's going on right now.
Well, think about like interior design. You can't just put any furniture,
that's good,
or colors or things in it and say, "Hey, it just works."
You can. I mean, you can say, I know. You can say, okay, here's a tiny little room that's the size of a closet. We're going to put this big, huge chair in there and these bright colors. And sure. And if that makes you happy, that's great. But if you want it to look, the best it can, but then it's a subjective thing, right? It's a subjective thing. So it's really hard. I mean, I think the bottom line is if you're happy, that's great. If you want some help, then, you're there to help and guide people. And I am too. And it's based on certain principles of design.
Yes. Yeah. Deborah, tell us how women can find out more about you and just get in touch with you and all the things.
Okay. Well, my blog is called fabulousafter40.com. Sometimes I think I should call it Fabulous Way After 40, but because I've had it for so long, but it's fabulousafter40.com. So 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever. Just, 40 is when things start to change. So you can go to my site and check out my posts that I do all the time. I'm on Instagram. You can also sign up for my newsletter through my Instagram or through my blog. You'll see a sign up box there. And then you can get on my weekly newsletter list. And I'm there to help you. I'm there to serve.
Wonderful. Well, I'll be sure to put all those links in the show notes. And on Instagram, you're Fabulous After 40.
After 40.
After 40.
Yeah.
So 40. So
and Facebook and everything else. Yep.
Yeah. So go follow Deborah, get on her email list. She has tons of great tips. I love it. I love all your content.
To, tweak your chic.
Yes, for sure. Well, it has been such a joy to talk with you today. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Michelle. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. It's Style by Mary Michelle, and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.